Let me hear you say, hey, Miss Carter. Say, hey, Miss Carter.
Miss Carter, dancers. I found it really hard to believe that you guys all do your own makeup and hair.
We all do. Yes.
That's crazy.
Yes.
Did Beyonce choose that decision, or like you guys chose?
Well, no, a lot of times, we know our face better than everybody else, and you sometimes can get really picky when other people do your makeup.
Right.
I know for me as a brown skin girl,
Sometimes with the shades and everything.
Yeah, I be light skin or ashy.
Yeah, right. Maybe look at then you try to put a little bit of lotion to like rub it in.
No, so like I'd rather do it myself and be okay with that. So
how long does it? Because your face like looks amazing.
Thank you.
So how long does it take you to like do your makeup?
Ooh, this beat took me 15 minutes today. I was proud of myself. My show beat, on the other hand, I'm usually the last one out the door.
Really?
Like, normally, like maybe about 45 minutes. Because I have about 48 brushes that I roll out. Yes, I have 48 brushes that I roll out, and I'm very much a perfectionist. My eyebrows will be on fleek.
Yeah. I was looking at like how eyebrows are on fleek.
They were always done. And I'm just a perfectionist in that, and I use products to make sure it just looks that my highlight and my contour gotta always be right. So
I've never tried the contour before because I can't get it right because the angles and stuff.
Well, no, you just figure it out for your face, like and once you get it, like I could probably do my makeup in the dark if I needed to, as long as I know where all the products is. Yeah. But for a show, I need this face to portray what I wanted to portray on screen.
Right. So I know you put like a lot of primer underneath, or do you not even put primer?
I put a little bit of primer on just to try to protect my skin, but sometimes I don't.
And so how does that work with the light? So when the light comes on, like, does it like your face get really hot, or is it just you used to it?
No, you just get used to it. I mean, you sweat, and I try to waterproof it as much as possible.
Oh, okay.
I've learned some tricks over the years to try to figure it out, and like even now, like I use a lighter foundation. Like a lot of my products aren't heavy. It's just like if you see the layering of it, it's actually very little product of each product.
Oh, gotcha.
But it's just layered in a way to create it to make it look like a full face. So
do you use MAC?
I use certain products from MAC. My foundation though is Lancome.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because if you go into Sephora for the brown girls, they got it.
Really?
Yeah.
See,
you gotta go into Sephora though. They don't.
I use Sephora for the lipsticks. I never tried their foundation.
No, when you go into Sephora, they have like the names, the name brand cosmetics on the side, but Lancome actually has colors for brown skin.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
see, now you're about to make me want to buy like 50
and
brushes
it's light,
today.
And it's light. No, you don't need that much. Just get that.
Thank you. Thank you. I just for you, I was like, okay, I have to make sure my face is blended in. And I saw your video blog. I was like, she does not play. I was like, her eyebrows are on a thousand.
My eyebrows are probably one of the hardest things for me to actually do because I'm like, because I mean, here's my advice to anybody who's listening: your eyebrows are sisters, not twins. One eyebrow is always different from the other, just like one eye is different from the other. Stop trying to make them look even because it'll mess up the shape of your face. However, you follow the natural arch of your eyebrow because that arch is conformed to your face.
Right.
But when you have one arch, like my left arch is higher than my right arch. I don't try to make them look exactly alike, but I try to make at least the height of them look right.
Yeah.
But not exactly alike.
See, I thought like your eyebrows they have to be like exactly the same.
No. If you was to take your face and like split it in half, I guess say you use the program, you split your face in half and you doubled it, you would look at it and it would look weird. No, like it's very few. It's faces that come close to being symmetric, but there's very few people who have very like actual symmetric faces.
Wow, and you do like your lashes and everything. Like, do you go to a place or you could do?
No, I do myself strips.
Oh, you do the strips. Oh, okay. You could do the individuals.
I've done it on my bottom lashes, and it get very annoyed.
That's
when I've done
scary
it on my top
though.
lashes.
The bottom.
The bottom, I had to practice. It was a.
How we scared like glue gonna get like in the corner of my
Well,
eye.
you don't put it that close to it. You put it more on your lower lash line on the outside of it. But like, I've had some horror stories.
Oh my, you wanna share them?
I mean, I've had shows where my lash came off. Like it was just I was just performing with one lash, and it was like a big lash. And I've had times when like when I did the individual lashes on the bottom, they just started coming off like. Routine. So by the end of the show, I had maybe like two. You've had makeup in places you didn't think you put makeup on. It just
happened.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It's like, oh, okay, that's cute.
Oh Lord. You're proud of yourself. I know you
Trying
mean.
to
Make me wiping it off, tucking it in, just going back on stage.
I've had times when I had to go. Oh no.
See now you have to tell me because you already
I
laughing.
had one show. I think I was on tour with NERD, and I had glued a track in the front in my bag. And the track just decided it was going to slip throughout the show. So I'm like tossing my hair around. I was like, why is this one side just tossed so heavy? Because it was falling. So I had to like take it out really quick before it like slipped out and really embarrassed me. And I threw it to the back. And then of course one fan, I don't know why, I was like, you should have been watching Pharrell and them. Like, why was you watching me? He's like, I saw what you did. All right, you saw it.
Okay, thank you.
All
Like,
right,
at least they put on YouTube or nothing.
Yeah, I mean, even if you did, I'd have laughed. I'd be like, all right, you caught me.
Oh my goodness, that's great. Well, at least it's only that you just threw in the back. At least it wasn't just like,
no, it wasn't. No. But you always get nervous, like when you wear wigs and stuff. That
you make sure everything like stays intact.
You don't want none of your traction on.
Right.
You don't want like the wig to slip back.
Right. No.
Yeah.
Can't have that.
No. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. But you just keep dancing, or you pick it up.
Pick it up, swoop it back up, and just keep it moving.
Gotta be professional.
We're back live with the 411 with Shantia B on WSPR Radio. If you're tuning in, should have been tuning already, but if you know it had something to do, we have the lovely Miss Ksyn here, chilling with us. We talking about some breakup songs, Luke James.
Yes.
Getting into that. Exit Wounds. I gotta listen to it now because I gotta play the song. Because he's speaking the sound. To me, it sounds like he's speaking the truth on that one.
He definitely is.
So we gotta get into that.
He performed it at SOB's the night his album came out. I mean, I heard it already, but to hear it live, we were like, and then he ran it back. And he played that one part back. It was amazing. Shout out to Luke James.
Yeah, shout out to Luke James.
Bro.
Yes, so we're going to get into some of the questions from Twitter. The first question is, shout out to Sophie, all the way from UK.
Hey, Sophie.
Listening to the 411 with Shantia B. Her question is, what's being on tour like, and what is your favorite place to go on tour?
Being on tour is amazing. I mean, you gotta get used to, it has ups and downs. You have to get used to not being in one place usually longer than a few days. A lot of pack up and go. Like you do a show and we leave right after the show to go to the next venue, especially if you have a tour bus. So it's very hectic if you're not ready for it. And you know, it's the life. So like you're on tour, you do a show, you have after parties and everything else. So I mean, we have fun, but it is stressful at the same token, doing rehearsals and everything else in between. So you just try to find a balance to it. My favorite place to go.
You've been all over. I know your passport is on fire.
Yeah.
This is all stamp after stamp.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'll probably have to say depends on what I want, because now they're gonna laugh at me when they hear this. When we were in Croatia, right, I had some bomb steak with like mushrooms with truffle sauce and like pasta.
That sounds so good.
It was amazing. It was really amazing.
Oh my!
So I definitely want to go
back
and eat up everything. Do my favorite like pastime, which is eat. But other than that, I mean, I love London. I love Paris because I have family out in France.
Oh,
so
really?
I get to see my family when I'm out there. And I love London as well.
How was Brazil?
Woo! Okay. I had a great time. I gotta put Brazil out there too, because we had a great time. I had a great time in Brazil. It was amazing. Los Capinhas was amazing.
Ooh.
Yes.
Anything exciting you haven't done before, like while you're on tour that you did? I know in New Zealand, Beyond Jump. You guys were all with to when you guys did that.
No, we did it actually 2 separate days. We actually went the day before. We were celebrating Hannah's birthday, and we were eating at the a restaurant in the same building.
Oh,
and
wow.
we was like, all right, you know what, we're gonna do it. So we went up and we jumped off the building in New Zealand. My mom called me crazy. I have it on my drive of the whole entire jump. It was the scariest and the calmest 11 seconds.
And like that's the worst when it's the scary calm. You're just like,
well,
what'd you do?
I thought I had it for 0.5 seconds. And it was like, you know, like you get up there, they harness you, and they're like, all right. It's basically like a free fall zip line. So everybody falls at the same capacity. You know, they take your weight and everything. And they're like, you know, on 3, you're just gonna go for it. I'm like, oh, I go for it, okay. And you're on your tippy toes, and they said 3, and I went out, and for 0.5 seconds, you are okay. And then after that,
so scary.
My arms was failing, and the next thing I got in between, and it was like, oh, it's quiet, this is nice, this is serene, and then you land.
That's so great. So wait, whose idea was it? Was it yours or was it one of the dancers?
No, it was one of the dancers. I think that one of the twins that did it. They kept going back. I think they did it like twice, and then no, actually did it 3 times that day.
3?
Yeah.
Oh, see, they're out of everyone. I know they're the adventurous ones.
Yeah, I mean, some of us are. I was scared. I get really I get really like serious when I get scared. So everybody was talking to me, and I was in the corner like, "Don't talk to me. Just leave me alone. I'm gonna do it." And then I got up there, and I was like, "All right, guys, I'm ready."
I'm good.
And then after I finished it, it was like, "Oh, whew. I'm alive. I didn't break any limbs." And then we hopped in the car, went back to the hotel, and got ready for the show.
So casual. Only you guys, only the on-the-run dancers would do something so casual like that. You know, let's just jump off real quick. All right, 8 o'clock. Get ready because we have a show to do.
Yep, gotta go. We were ready. We went, we ate, and we was like, all right, well, jump off the building and go grab our bags and move.
That's so funny. So how was it on tour with Les Twins?
It's good. They're basically like little brothers, basically, and family. Because I mean, we've been all of us have been on the road for so long, and you know, it's like family. You have your days when you love everybody. You have your days when you're just like, all right, all right, all right, and then you have the days when everything's back to normal. So
yep. So out of everyone, what's something that we all wouldn't know about, like one of the dancers or you, like during tour, like is someone like kind of messy or someone like doing random dance battles somewhere or?
Oh, the twins dance all day.
Really?
But I think everybody can assume that they dance all day.
Yeah.
Like they wake up. I think they wake up dancing, and they dance all day. They have their boombox that they carry with them.
They don't play the boombox.
Well, not boombox, but like they have their speakers that they carry with them. They have intro music. They'll come in dancing. They'll show you them dancing. Then they'll dance out, and then they'll be in the room dancing. We do a show. They dancing.
Again.
After the show, they go to the club and they're dancing.
What?
And then the tour ends. They fly somewhere to keep dancing. Like they dance. They dance all the time. Like I love it. Their passion and their drive is amazing.
Yeah, so they definitely keep the energy up. So like at all times, you'll just
eat anything that they want. Yes.
Are you serious?
Yes, we get jealous.
So they can just eat a big steak and mashed potatoes and then just go right on.
A big steak and mashed potatoes. They'll have a big steak, mashed potatoes, French fries, a burger. Like they can eat
all that at the same time.
Mm-hmm. They can eat.
No.
They can eat. And a lot of times we go places and people see them ordering it. You're not going to finish that. It's like, no, they really are. Like,
wow. They like that like all the time.
Yeah, we've witnessed it. And just sat there and watched them like, wow.
They don't. Yeah. So they have like all that food like separately. Like, not
together.
Wow. I find that so hard. So how does it work with you guys? Do you guys get to eat everything you want or?
You personally watch your weight.
Oh,
like, I mean, like, you know, you'll tell by your outfit. You know, we get measured at the beginning of the tour, and if your outfit starts to feel too snug, you're like, oh, okay. Well, I guess I'll lay off on some of that sometimes.
Oh my goodness.
I'll juice today.
Right?
That's fine. Yeah.
Really?
But, you basically manage it.
Oh, okay. So that's good. So you manage everything. Let's get into another question. Do you ever get starstruck? What is it like performing at award shows full of celebrities? This is from Sophie_DC3.
Hey, Sophie. I think the only person I've ever been starstruck by, like, to the point where, like, it threw me off was Janet. And that was at an audition.
Wow.
And I forgot all the choreography. I was like, that's Janet. I made it, like, all the way to the end. I was like, that is Janet. Like, that's Pleasure Principle. Sheesh. Like, why do I gotta be standing in front of her? But other than that, like, you take it for what it is. Like, you know, yes, they're celebrities. Yes, they're known. Yes, you know, they make all this money. But they're people too.
Yeah.
So, you know, you laugh, you joke, you just stay, like, we basically try to stay as normal as possible because, like, we're sort of like the outlet to normalcy.
Exactly. So how was it for the rehearsal, the audition to even be a Beyonce backup dancer? How was that process?
Well, the first time I auditioned for her was for my first gig with her was the VMAs in 2009 when she did Single Ladies.
Oh. Okay.
And I was just coming from off the road, and we got an email saying, go straight here. So we were on our way back on the train. We went straight to the audition, brought outfits, and did makeup and everything else. And I mean, I was nervous because that was my first time, like, auditioning for Frank Ksyn. And I was just like, oh my God, I've heard so many things, and I'm like nervous.
He was with Michael too, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay. I was like, these are like, this is Frank. Oh goodness. And then I booked it, which was amazing. And then after that, I got to do a couple things with her. But for the tour, for this particular tour, we did Super Bowl, and Super Bowl was a direct book, and it was 30 core girls for Super Bowl, and they told us mid rehearsals that she wasn't doing auditions for the tour, like open auditions, and that she would be basically evaluating us through the rehearsal process of the Super Bowl.
That's scary.
Threw a monkey wrench in there, kind of.
Yeah, it's like okay,
we're concentrating on Super Bowl, and now it's like, okay, no, now I'm auditioning while I'm concentrating on Super Bowl. But it's still amazing. It made everybody pull up if they wasn't already pulled up, and work harder, and want to show what they can and can't do.
During the audition process, does she like split you up? Like, okay, you do this dance by yourself, or do split it up in 3, or this is always like all the same time?
Frank's done that before.
I'll just be like, you.
Not by yourself, but he'll go in sections. And just say, like, okay, we're just going to have to do the routines just to see where to place everybody, see who matches with who, and stuff like that. But, I mean, you do go in sections a lot of times just to see. It's really just to see who you match
how everything
with.
looks.
Mm-hmm.
So how was it once you got booked for everything? How is it with the dancers, meeting them and everything?
Well, most of the dancers, like I said, from most of the dancers that I already knew that's on tour, we met at Rebel. Some of them, from New York as well, Danae and Amanda, so I knew them prior to that as well. I knew Ashley prior to that. I met Kimmy when I did the VMAs in 2009, and let me see, it was my first time meeting Kim at Super Bowl, my first time meeting Hajiba, when we started rehearsals for tour. So most of us knew each other or knew of each other at some point in time, just never really worked with each other.
Oh, okay. So that's good. Everybody, there's no like awkward tension, anything. So everybody just gelled all together.
No. I mean, the gelling process always takes time.
Yeah.
It's females, like it is not no cattiness, but you just like you're trying to figure out the best way to how to make the show the best it can be.
Exactly. Without
feeling like you're in company with everybody. Which happens naturally. It happens on a sports team. Like you put too many elite people on one team, you think it's a dream team, and then it might not be because they can't gel.
Right.
But like if anybody who's come to see the show, you see it on stage, we're having fun.
Yeah.
And we have fun with each other and with her on the stage. So
yeah, every time you guys dance, like you guys are just having like it's like a party.
Yeah.
Basically on stage.
We're laughing at each other, making jokes.
Let me hear you say, "Hey, Miss Carter." Say, "Hey, Miss Carter."
So what do you do with your costumes? Do you like have it in a special box, or you guys pick it up?
Wardrobe.
Really?
It's called wardrobe. They have it, and that is it.
Wow, I really thought you had all of them.
Man, listen.
See me up in the club with 50 11 girls, posted in the back.